Did I ever tell you how I got in the Housewives? Okay. So I was in the Hamptons with a guy that I was dating. I was hustling. And I don't know why. I always remember that I was wearing this like white terry cloth, juicy little puffy sleeve hooded shorts romper. And the guy that I was in a relationship with said you should go to Polo, not the store, but the sport in the Hamptons. Because I was doing Bethenny bakes and I was a hustler. I was always handing out a card and trying to like finagle and try to figure something out. Always be hustling. So we went to Polo. Now this is worlds colliding. Bravo had on only the Real Housewives of Orange County. And the production company wanted to do Manhattan Moms, a show about moms trying to get their kids into private schools, okay? Now, they had 4 moms. They had Jill, Zarin, Ramona, Luann, and Alex. They needed a 5th mom. They could not find a 5th mom. They met everybody. They didn't like anybody. And, you know, they wanted someone rich and aspirational and, you know, like already married and a mom. Okay. So they couldn't find one. And like, that's not, it wasn't the Housewives then. The stakes weren't that high. It was a nothing show. So like, there are a lot of nothing shows that never get made. Bravo, like Andy Cohen and Francis and Lauren Delaznick at the time, Bravo was like, let's not do it. Jill Zarin wanted the show to happen. Gotta love her because she's a hustler. And Jill Zarin said to the casting director, because they had already started filming, like they filmed, it's like test scenes. It's like they're filming like a pilot kind of thing. So they had already started filming. And Jill Zarin says to Kira, the producer who was working with her, we're going to the Hamptons. And I think she took her in like her Rolls Royce or whatever car they had at the time, which is crazy to me. That's someone on the world, much less someone that I knew had a Rolls Royce. But anyway, because it was just like such another level. I was so broke. So I had $8,000 to my name. Jill says, let's go to the Hamptons. We'll find another housewife. Okay. So, and I remember I had met Jill through someone else, and she came up to me at a movie premiere. I was at a movie premiere and she walked in because she had seen me on The Apprentice. And, you know, Jill likes a little sizzle. So I was a little sizzle because I was on TV for 10 seconds on a very lowly, shitty rated show. So Jill said, well, I got confused. So she said hi to me, whatever. So now they're in the Hamptons. And she says, let's go to the Hamptons. We're going to find a housewife at Polo. So that's worlds colliding. So I'm going to Polo to peddle my cookies and hawk them and meet Lance Bass. And he was wearing Kiehl's musk, and I remember telling him, and I then bought it and I loved it and was hawking my cookies to him. And I walk in and I have someone gave me a VIP bracelet. I know people in the Hamptons, like pulling my skull out. And the first thing Jill said to me was, hey, you skinny bitch, which is really funny because it's like a foreshadowing. Where'd you get the VIP pass? Bracelet. Where'd you get the VIP bracelet? Which is so Jill, because Jill's life is like gift bags, and it's just funny that the first thing she ever said to me was, where'd you get the VIP bracelet? So, I don't know where. I got it probably from, I don't remember. Sorry. We walk into the VIP tent. She's like, we're doing a show. It's called The House. No, she said, we're doing a show. It's called Manhattan Moms. So I'm like, okay. So she says, I want you to meet the producers. Bobby, rest in peace, he's the one who really was like, went over to get the producers. It wasn't Jill. He went over to go get Kira, who had been staying at their house, who they were searching for housewives. And he went over to get them. So I'm with my boyfriend and we're talking. And like, I promise you, because I would have killed someone to get on The Apprentice years before. And at the same time was trying to sell shows to get myself on television. I wanted to do a show that was sort of like Survivor, but meets like something on the Food Network. It was something with food that I was pitching to Bravo, because I had begged this agent at CAA after months, a big agency, to work with me. I was a loser and a nobody, and nobody wanted to represent me, but I begged this guy, Evo Fisher, and he was cool, and he agreed. So now we're there, and the producer, Kira, meets me, and I'm like not that into it, and my boyfriend is talking to her, and he's just like selling it, even though he would never want to be on TV. That's a story we can talk about later. He's just selling. Like, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to do it. And I'm not that into it, because it's just like, how are you going to be on 2 reality shows in your life? That was long before the time when like actresses were on reality shows, which is hilarious as a concept if you think about it. Let's put actresses on shows that are supposed to be about real life. That was when like reality shows and this genre was pretty new. So like they wanted you to be like real and normal, just a human being. They didn't want you to be somebody who was already on TV. So I thought like, I'm going to be I don't need to be on 2 train wreck shows. I was on The Apprentice. I don't want to be the reality show girl, lol. So I wasn't into it. This girl, Kira, evidently was very, very into it and very into me. And she then called me and wanted to like put me on tape, which I did because it was exciting. I was so broke. It was exciting, but I still wanted to do things the way that I wanted to do them. I wanted to like do TV my way. And this was not a proven concept, so I didn't think this was going to be anything. I shot a test tape and then turned it down for like a month. And a month later, I kept thinking about it. I'm like, it's not that easy to get on TV. And if it does well, oh, by the way, everyone told me not to do it. The people it wasn't CAA. Evo was at William Morris. Wrong name. Everyone at William Morris told me not to do it. This publicist told me to do it, but everyone else told me not to do it. And that means you have to make your own business decisions for yourself. You're alone in business. It's your decision. I decided if it fails, no one will know. If it succeeds, who knows? And I remember doing it. And in the beginning, my boyfriend at the time saying, only talk about food. Don't be a natural food chef, whatever. And I remember the day where I was standing in my IKEA studio apartment and I was on the phone with my friend and I said, I started this and I'm going to give it all to them. I'm not going to just be like chef. Like if I'm doing this, I'm giving this audience all of me. And that's what I did. And I remember this publicist, Claire Mercury, who was like Jimmy Fallon and Billy Joel's publicist, and we went out to dinner on the Upper East Side to a restaurant starts with an O, like a French place. And I said to her, this is going to be like a cultural phenomenon. She's like, this is not a cultural phenomenon. Lo and behold, it became a cultural phenomenon. Claire Mercury said it wouldn't. And the one person who thought it was going to rate and was thinking about numbers and ratings long before I even knew what they were was Ramona Singer. She predicted we'll get 1 million viewers. Ramona Singer was into the numbers. So shout out where shout outs are deserved.